Can you feel this Higgs field? I mean, this is what the Standard Model says. This room is filled with it. Can you feel it? Well, in a sense, you can feel it, because otherwise your hands would be moving fast. The weight that you feel is, in fact, interaction with the Higgs field. So we are swimming in this invisible field. Now, there are other invisible fields here, right? Like the Earth's magnetic field is right here in this room. You can't really feel it, but if you have a compass, it would line up and you could do it. The radio transmitters around San Diego are filling this room with electromagnetic waves. You can't feel them, right? They're going right through your body. But you take a radio in here, and it'll move the electrons, and you can pick up, you can feel those fields. Okay? Now, and even the light coming out of this light bulb is, in fact, electromagnetic radiation, ripples in that electromagnetic field. But there's a big difference between these fields and the Higgs fields. If I turn off the lights, if I turn off the radio transmitters, if I stop the dynamo action in the Earth's center, then, in fact, the electromagnetic fields will die away, and we'll have no electromagnetic field here. The Higgs field is different. The Higgs field is there even without sources. You can't turn it off. If you could turn it off, everything would start moving at the speed of light. Okay? So you can't turn it off. So we say it's there even with no source. It's a vacuum field. It's there in absolutely empty space. Okay? So empty space, what we mean by empty space is when you take out everything else. Take out all the particles and all the fields that you can remove. The Higgs field can't be removed. It's a vacuum field. Okay? So electromagnetic field is zero in the vacuum, but the Higgs field is not. This is weird, but it's true, according to the Standard Model. Now, what if you could fiddle with this Higgs field? Let's suppose you could turn it off. What would happen? Well, the electrons in your body would suddenly start to move at the speed of light. The protons would just change beyond description. They'd come unglued, perhaps. They would just discombobulate. So what a weapon you would have if you could control the Higgs field. If you could point at something and turn the Higgs field off in that region, that thing would just discombobulate completely. Okay? Even better, suppose you could turn down the Higgs field like a dimmer switch on a light bulb. Okay? Well, what would happen? Things would get less massive, right? So, hey, what a way to lose weight without dieting, right? Just turn down the Higgs field. But of course, it's much more serious than that, because the mass of the electrons determine the properties of the atoms and molecules. So if you changed the Higgs field even a little bit, all the molecules would change completely. Chemistry would be completely different. Materials would be completely different. If you want to see really new materials, different than you can make out of the 92 elements that are known, you change the Higgs field. Okay? So this would be an amazing thing if you could do it. But can you do it? Well, no one's thought of any way of doing it. Okay?